Morning, afternoon, evening people, welcome back to the channel. It's your first time here, I'm Tony, this is Teddy. Over the allotment today we're harvesting onions. So let me show you my onion crop. Okay, so this year I planted about 140 onions from sets. Now as you can see, some of them are big. Others are not so big. I hold my hand next to it for scale. For the bigger ones. So what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to harvest them all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest the big ones to give the small ones more space to hopefully grow. As you can see, none have started to bolt yet. And a quick tip, if you do see onions starting to bolt or you think they're going to, you can just trim the tops off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go along, I'm going to harvest the larger onions, quickly talk through the curing process, so I do want these for long-term storage, and then you can go along the remaining ones, just trim the tops off, just to stop those bolting. It also puts more energy down into growing the larger onion rather than into growing the tops. Now, I don't have time to trim them today, I'll come back and do that another day, but for now I'm going to harvest the large onions and going to quickly show you how and where I'm going to cure them. I'll start with this large one here. As you can see, they're sitting very high. So you literally can give them a twist, bit of a wriggle, and there we go. You can see by my hand, that's a fairly big onion. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to go along and I'm going to harvest the larger onions. Okay, so that's what I've harvested. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 onions. I did harvest some smaller ones. This end I was running out of space when I was planting, so I bunched together. So I've harvested some slightly smaller ones this end to make them less bunchy, but this is what I've still got in. I've left a good bit of space around these small ones here. Now these, at the very back, as you can see, I planted 20 onions in very close proximity. I planted those because I want seed. So I want those to bolt, I want those to go to seed. That's another video. So hit subscribe if you want to see that. Okay, so we'll come back tomorrow and I will give these a haircut. I can't see any starting to bolt yet, but we're having a hot spell of weather. I don't want them to start to bolt. I haven't got time today, but I'll come back tomorrow. Give those remaining onions a haircut. Now, let's move on to curing. You know when you buy an onion from the shop, it's got that papery skin on the outside. That's because it's been cured. That skin on the outside has been allowed to dry. And it'll go more like this. See, that's started to dry already. That is what we want for long-term storage for our onions. So to that end, you can leave them laid out on the ground in the sun. That dries them out. You can plait them together, hang them somewhere like your porch, it's getting good air circulation. You can lay them out in your polytunnel as long as it's not damp in there or too humid, which mine's not, because I'm keeping the door open at the moment. So to that end, what I am going to do is I'm going to lay mine out in a bit of space I've got in the polytunnel just for a couple of days, and then I'm going to store them. So What you can do is you can trim this off before curing, but I'm not going to. So let me show you. Okay, so there's my garlic curing. In fact, it's done. That's ready for long-term storage for winter. There's my onions. So leave those there a couple of days, come back and store them. My tomatoes, by the way, absolutely booming. Okay, so I did plant those onions on film. Did a video on it. So I'll put the video where I plant those onions up here if you want to see that. If you want to see more videos, hit subscribe. If you enjoyed that video, give us a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.